Hello, welcome to Video Mania 2. I'm the man behind the counter, Duncan, and today we're going to talk about a movie I've talked about previously, but now there's a new special edition Blu-ray of it from Kino Lorber. It is Stone Cold, starring Brian Bosworth in his feature film debut. It also stars Lance Henriksen and William Forsythe. It's directed by Craig R. Baxley. And this movie came out in 1991, and in my opinion, it really kind of bridges the gap between the 80s action and where the 90s action movies were headed. And it's a very underrated film, and it's absolutely awesome. I'm going to go over the plot briefly, since I've talked about it before. Here, Brian Bosworth, who's perfectly cast for this role, he plays an Alabama cop named Joe Huff, and the FBI coerces him and convinces him to go undercover and infiltrate a Mississippi biker gang called the Brotherhood, led by Chains, played perfectly by Lance Henriksen. And so that's the basic plot of the movie, and there's all kinds of great action scenes. Everything's done practically, big explosions, all kinds of stuff. It is absolutely awesome. Now, let's go into the audio and visual quality. As I was watching this movie, I looked here, is a 2K scan from the 35mm inner positive. So, I talked about in my previous video, I'd love to see a 4K one day. This is the next best thing. So, the visuals, I noticed that the texture on Brian Bosworth's jackets were more pronounced. You could see it more, and it's a little clearer. And at nighttime, the scenes, you could see more of the background at night, and the film grain is a little more visible too in those nighttime scenes. So you get a little bit of an uptick as far as picture. Now, audio, I really noticed more. The dialogue was clearer, and you could hear the background chatter more clearly as well. And the subtle tones of Sylvester LeVay's score, you could hear them a little more when some of the quieter scenes where the dialogue, it was mixed better, so it added a little bit to the film. So there is an upgrade here worth having as far as audio and visual goes. And the thing here where Kino Lorber, which they usually don't do, I think they're kind of skimpy sometimes on the special features. It just depends on the film. But here, quite generous here. So this is what makes it worth the purchase in itself. Here are some of the special features. Audio commentary by action film historians Mike Leader and Arnie Venema. I haven't listened to that, so I don't know what they say about it. Another feature, The Boz Goes Hollywood, an interview with star Brian Bosworth. The Brotherhood, an interview with actor Lance Henriksen. Breaking Free, interview with actress Arabella Holzbog, who played Nancy in the movie. And Playing Straight, an interview with actor Sam McMurray, who plays Joe Huff's partner, his FBI partner, Lance. So, and some theatrical trailers and TV spots. So Kino Lorber, a lot of times when I bought them, they just have the trailer, maybe a quick interview with one of the stars. Here, this is a pretty big help. And I watched some of the interviews, and it gives a great perspective 30 years later, like their experiences making the film, what they did, and how when they thought that the premise was there and it would work, but the dialogue wasn't, how the actors had to come together, to make this thing really work and make it the great film that it is today. And that's very insightful, and that's really what makes this worth picking up, so you can really learn about what went into this film and where it originally was, and how they got it to where it is now. I mean, their experiences talking about it was really insightful, so that was definitely worth it here. And Kino Lorber, another thing that they usually don't do, they have the slip cover. This artwork's fine. I'm not crazy about it. But they have reversible artwork, which they usually don't do. I'm going to show you that now. This is the other reversible side is a sleeve I just showed you. But here's some of the new ones. And I really liked this. Popped it out. The disc, there isn't anything. Kino Lorber just does their standard thing as far as the disc itself. So there's a lot of cool stuff here. If you're a fan of this film, I highly recommend you pick this up because it's the best it's ever looked. And the audio is really a significant upgrade, in my opinion, with all the explosions and the bikes, but you also get the clear dialogue and some of the background chatter and stuff. So that really works. So it looks and sounds very good, but with the special features and to look into the insights of this film, that's worth making it worth picking up. So that's all I have for today. Let me know if you're going to pick this one up, what you think of the film. Do you think it bridged the gap between the 80s and 90s? Let me know any of that in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.